Welcome back to Growing Isn't Pretty. I'm Nylita, and today we're going to be talking about escaping the trap of trying to please everyone. I think we can all definitely fucking relate to this, because at some point or another we have all tried to make everyone else happy around us, and we're like, fuck my mental health, fuck my physical health, fuck my sanity, forget how I feel, I want to focus on you. We've all been there. That's why the phrase people pleasers is a thing. Like, it's a full business for people to help people stop being a people pleaser. That is a thing. It's that much of a thing. It is that much of a thing that there are courses on how to no longer be a people pleaser. God damn. I wish I would have taken one of those when I was growing up, because it was a struggle for me. It was heavy on the people and the pleasing. But today we're going to be talking about it, because I don't think this ever really goes away, to be honest. I think you just get stronger and more resilient, have more boundaries, and you're able to just implement them more, I wouldn't say strictly, they're just so embedded in who you are that people just know not to do that thing anymore. So I really want to just talk about how I learned to escape it, and how you can overcome and escape the idea of always pleasing other people, especially, right? Because I don't think it's a bad thing to want people to be happy and excited and loved and joyful and all that kind of good stuff. I don't think it's a bad thing to want to please others, as long as it's not at the detriment to yourself. And this is where a lot of us go wrong with it. So let's talk about it. Okay, so it's gonna be a really short video. So just straight into it, love. First thing, know your priorities. Okay, so define what's important to you. What is a priority for you? And if it's important to you, how can you align your actions with your values and not the expectations of other people? So how can you align who you want to be and what you hold important to you? Okay, how can you become aligned with that individual thing, or that particular thing, or multiple things if it's values, and not allow other people to steamroll over what you believe is important? Because if you don't know what your priorities in this life are, then you kind of just go with what everyone else is doing, and you kind of just go, okay, cool, fuck it. Like, if we're going left, we'll go left. If we're going right, we'll go right. Sure, whatever, I'll follow where you guys are going. But if your priority is on the left hand side and everyone else is going right, then you kind of need to be okay with veering to the left and letting them go to the right by themselves. So the first thing that I would always say that really helped me to kind of stop people pleasing is, like, know what is important to myself, know what is my priority in this life. And also, if you're like, I don't know what my priority is, I will give you the biggest fucking hint. It's the person that is watching this video right now. It is you are your priority. You should always be your priority in this life. If you're a parent, yes, your kids are important, but you are your priority, because without you, then they're in a shitty position, right? So you are important. You are fucking important. If you needed to hear this today, darling, you are an important being. Okay. So the first thing is know your priorities. The second thing is to learn to say no. Now, a lot of us struggle with this, saying no to other people, setting clear boundaries and protecting your time and your peace and your energy. Like, other people's demands are just consuming so much of it that we're not even aware that it's going out the fucking window. You're letting your peace and your vibe just be affected by some other people's desires, wants, requests and requirements. Fuck them. That's what I say. With love, you say fuck them. Okay, I'm kidding, don't say that. You just learn to say no. Like, learn to very kindly set boundaries. Again, that could be a whole other video, because that in itself is a fucking masterclass how to set boundaries in a respectful way. Because when I started setting boundaries, I was a little piece aggressive with it. I won't lie to you, lot. I was like, no, not doing that, no. But then I was like, oh, you're actually being really horrible, and it doesn't feel good either. So I was like, okay, and it doesn't align with my values: honesty, integrity, kindness, all the good stuff. I don't feel like I'm being kind. I'm not at all if I'm saying shut up, if I'm saying no with zero explanation to people that I love anyway. Like, do you know what I mean? So just, there's a nice way of setting boundaries. You don't have to set boundaries so aggressively that people no longer want to even be around you. They just want people to respect that you've said no, but you have to articulate that no in a very respectful way. Fine line, but once you got it, you got it. Third thing is to build self-confidence. Okay, so build self-confidence, believe in your choices, and trust that not everyone will agree with you, and that is okay. Trust me, it's a-okay. Everyone doesn't have to be like, oh my god, you're so right, oh my god, yeah, we're gonna follow you now, oh my god, you're so right, we're gonna do what you're doing, oh my god, that was such a good decision, we're gonna do that thing. Like, no, like, that's not how life works. Not everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, you're so right, let's follow you and do what you're doing, oh my god, yeah, team you. Not everyone's gonna be on your team. Actually, do you know what, there's gonna be a period of life that I think I'm kind of slowly but surely entering right now, where you're gonna have to like just ride solo for a bit. You're gonna have to just figure out life on your own. And it's not because people aren't around you or because you don't have a support system. It's because you've maybe been leaning on them. For me anyway, I've been leaning on people around me to help me figure out life for so long that when they're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go do my own thing now, I'm like, I don't know how to exist without you. Those little things from Toy Story, the little green aliens. Sorry, that was so random, but it's what my brain does. Like, it takes a minute for you to get comfortable not leaning on other people and trusting your own voice, trusting your own opinion, trusting your own beliefs and your values, and standing true in them. And if at some point you're like, actually, do you know what, this doesn't align with me anymore, it's okay to change it. Like, you don't have to be, your values and your beliefs don't have to be rigid. Okay, if we did that, then we'd all have the same mindset at 30 that we did when we were 12, and that, in my personal opinion, would be sad, because some of the shit that I was thinking when I was 12 is not what I should be thinking as a grown woman. And that process of eliminating what doesn't work and keeping what doesn't, really honing into that and 10xing what does work for you, and trusting your own voice and believing in yourself and building your trust and building your self-respect, all of that builds a confidence that is genuinely hard to break, like really hard to break. And I would call that self-worth. It's knowing that your worth inside of you is like so solid that other layers of you, it's like the foundation of who we should be, and then your other layers of you, like confidence and self-esteem and all those other bits and bobs, build on top of it, and you just feel good. It's hard to break it, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, you might get a little knockback and a little bit of doubt and question what you're doing and why and all that kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, like, you know who you are, you know what you deserve, you know what you should be having in this lifetime, and you're gonna fucking work hard to go get it. So there's number 3, okay? Build your self-confidence. And the fourth and final thing is to just accept imperfection. Like, life isn't perfect. I, as a woman of faith, believe that no one in this life is perfect besides God. So trying to live a life that is built around perfection is really, 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 really not even a little piece attainable. Like, it's very much so unattainable, my G. You're never going to be perfect, so stop trying to be perfect. Like, accept that, like, imperfections are a part of the human experience, otherwise we'd all be God, and depending on what you believe, we're not. I believe we have a little piece of him in us, but we're made in his image, but he's the big man in the sky. There's only one of him. Okay, we're all his children, and we are in a flesh experience, which means we're in an imperfect experience. And sometimes there's a battle between having that extra piece of chocolate and letting it go. And if you do have it, oh well, you're imperfect, right? And if you don't have it, oh well, you're imperfect. Okay, either way, being imperfect, being an imperfect human is a part of the human experience. And if you're trying your best to become perfect, you're going to drive yourself mad and you're going to burn yourself out. And if you've ever experienced burnout before, you know that the recovery process is not cute, man. It is ugly. It's draining. It sets you back months, some of us years, and it's just horrible. Like, if you've ever gone through burnout, like, it is a horrible experience, and I hope you're recovering. Some people, they pass out, some people stop eating, some people gain weight, some people lose weight, and I don't mean in a healthy way either. Like, some people lose friends, some people end relationships and marriages, some people it's just horrible. Like, burnout is not what you want, and that is exactly where you're going to end up if you keep thinking that perfection is the goal. It is not. So let perfection go, okay? Because imperfection is a part of our human experience. It's what God intended for us to have, and the sooner you accept it, the better off in life you'll be. Okay, so that is it. That is it today. Recap. Know your priorities. That is the first thing. Learn to say no. Build self-confidence and then accept imperfections. Just like that. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Besitos.